What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know what to say right now because we got a thriller coming up tonight. I'm joined by my partner here, partner in crime. Well, even though I do all the crime, he just complicit because he let me. Doug Wrong. What's up, brother?
Man, we were talking off camera, dude. This is it. This is it. Put up or shut up. They got to do it. They got. And I was talking before the season started. I said it's a night game, but rain all day, and it's raining.
Really, it's raining down there.
It's gonna be raining till like 7 o'clock, man. The humidity is gonna be like 90%. It's gonna. People are telling me you can like grab the air. It's so thick. This is it. This is it. We gotta win. We gotta win.
Oh my gosh, man. Listen, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing, and I think you're transparent too. I'm nervous.
100%.
Because I think that the reality is we should beat them.
Mm-hmm.
We like their secondary, in my opinion, is weak. We got the receivers. They don't really have a run game. They just got Josh Allen running the ball. So I mean, Cook is all right, but it ain't like they're the San Francisco 49ers, in our defense, everybody is not realizing they're playing better.
Yeah.
Like week one, they played so much better. Like that second half, shutting Jacksonville out, they just in their head already predetermined the defenses and all that, but they're playing good, solid football. And Josh Allen don't have weapons for any weakness we do have in the secondary. So I just feel like this is the game to win. And if we don't, it would devastate me. But I believe we are going to win. How are you feeling about this game?
Yeah, when looking at the film, especially with the defense in the first half, I noticed a lot of the mistakes were just miscommunication, and that's stuff you're going to get the first couple weeks of a new defense. The touchdown over Ramsey, he kind of stayed a little too much up front instead of dropping back. The seam route, Cater didn't let Poyer know and followed someone out. It was just all miscommunication. But like you said, we have answers to their offense. If I'm Weaver, I dump the bag out. Everything we can do right now, we do it. You put Chop on Josh Allen all game, put Chop on Josh Allen, put Brooks on Dalton Kincaid, let him follow him all game. That's where your weapons are. That's what we're scared of, is the tight end. Their receivers are nice, but Ramsey and Fuller, they can do what they need to do. We got to focus on the tight ends and deal with that. And then they don't have their star nickel corner. Attack them.
Out. Exactly.
Attack them.
Now, Ramsey being being in, is he even 100% though?
He's probably like around like 85.
Yeah, well, that's still better than most.
They should have probably let him sit against Jacksonville, but in that game, can Storm Duck do what he needs to do? Because Ramsey, that 4th and 1 play, that man ran all the way across the field.
Oh, that was that man. That was just you know who that reminds me of? Christian Wilkins.
Yes.
He'll be rushing the passer, the ball way down the field, and then 6 seconds later, how did he make the tackle? Because he never gave up on the play. And I love guys like that. When I saw Ramsey cut, and he was aggressive with it. It was like, no, I'm gonna be honest, Doug. Some players give up on the play. Oh, that's way over there. What's happening? What's that? That's why guys get the big bucks.
Yes, exactly.
That's why guys get the big bucks. And if you play like that your whole career, it's going to show up. It's going to show up statistically, man. I love that, what you just brought up. Let me ask you a question, though, about the offensive line.
Okay.
And we may differ on this. I don't know your stance, but I thought that they played well last week. Initially a lot of people said it was bad, but then when you look at film, you see some good things. You're always going to see some bad things, but you saw a lot of signs of good things. And then the PFF came out and you had 4 guys in the top 9 of the offense that played solid enough. What's your thoughts on the O-line? Do you think that maybe they could be progressing in the right direction potentially?
I think it did play better. It played better than I thought initially watching, and then it played better than I thought it was going into this game. I think all the screens and bubble screens and stuff definitely helped them not have so much pressure on them. But also you got to give credit to Jacksonville. Josh Hines-Allen had like 14 and a half sacks last year. Walker had about 10. Like, that's a good front.
Yeah,
and they kind of held their Teron Armstead. Please, for the love of God, I'm knocking on wood. When that man's healthy, he's one of the best tackles in the game. Austin Jackson had that one bad rap where he had his legs sticking up in the air. He was getting pushed around. But overall, like, the interior was better than I thought. It obviously could be better, especially when it comes to the run blocking. We barely could get that off the ground until we needed to at the end of the game. But it was better. I'll say that, but it still has the interior has a little bit of ways to go for me to feel comfortable, especially with the running game, because there's only so many times we can run outside the tackles. You kind of have to run it up the middle.
Mm-hmm. Will they hold up tonight?
You got another. You thought Jacksonville was a test. You got another test tonight with Buffalo, and I'm hoping it holds up enough that we can take advantage of their secondary, and we're not forced to consistently throwing to the outsides, because if we can start targeting the middle, especially without them having Milano out there, we're gonna feast. We're just gonna feast on crossing routes and post routes and all that stuff. But they just got to give him more, because his time to throw again was in the bottom of the league, and they need to give him more time, just like half a second. Just hold your blocks.
So quiz time. Well, it's not a quiz because I'm just asking you a lot of questions right now. What are your two biggest fears of this game, or biggest concerns with the Buffalo Bills?
Josh Allen. To me, if
1 and 2,
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like,
that bum.
If Josh Allen wasn't their quarterback, or he just wasn't playing this game, because I know he was dealing with a hand injury. That Buffalo Bills team is a 4-win team without Josh Allen. With Josh Allen, they're an 11-win team. He is the Buffalo Bills. Like, you cannot have anyone else, and it's just how dynamic he is. Off the field, I like Josh Allen. I think he's funny. I think he's a cool guy. But on the field, I can't stand him. He's cocky. He does this pump fakes. He's just too good. So to me, it all predicates to Josh Allen, man. You keep him in the pocket. You send pressure up the middle. You make him fumble. You make him make mistakes, and you can win this game. Last time we beat him, Javon Holland had 2 strip sacks. Do it again.
Yeah, talking to Holland, he saved us last week in a big way. I will say that. He trying to get that contract. He like, everybody got paid but me. Now I tighten up. Listen, here's the deal. And let me ask you, because sometimes I can be unfair. Sometimes I can make fun of people and poke the bear. Am I tripping? Am I just being mean when I just always pick on DeMar Hamlin? Because I'd be like, oh, y'all got DeMar Hamlin starting at safety. We're going to eat all day. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle coming towards DeMar Hamlin. Am I just being mean, or is he a threat back there?
When you look at Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer, and then you look at DeMar Hamlin, again, we're not trying to be mean. It is such a downgrade. Both of their safeties going from Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer, even last year, is such a downgrade. And, because they were thumpers. They were thumper type safeties where, they will blitz you. They will make the hits. They're fast. They're reading the field. These guys are still trying to get into their whole position. So got to take advantage of it. And we saw what Tua can do with these types of safeties with that pass to Jalen Waddle last week, where it was the slightest shoulder nod, and the safety jumped down thinking he was throwing it to Tyreek on an in route, and he hit Waddle right behind him. That's Tua's bread and butter. He's going to manipulate those safeties with his pumps and everything. Like, he knows, I'm throwing this to Tyreek, but I need to move that safety. So I'm gonna pump it this way, or I'm gonna turn. I love that he's starting to do the drop back righty, switch it to lefty, because it's starting to pull some guys over. We'll see how DeMar does, and we'll see what Mike McDaniel draws up. Because again, I said with Weaver, you got to throw the kitchen sink at him. Same thing with McDaniel. You need a better game plan, and we want to see this Jonnu Smith, whole deal. Throw it all out there, man.
Let me say this too, because you mentioned the name that's on the Dolphins roster. I'm gonna be honest with you, Doug. I ain't very happy with him right now.
Right there with you. The
I ain't
tight ends,
talking
I'm
about.
not happy with them.
Well, I'm not talking about Jonnu. That's a whole nother story. But I agree. But it's another player I ain't too happy with right now. And tonight, gonna tell me if he a secret agent or not.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Because Poyer, man,
he dropped that interception. He had that, man. He had that.
I don't know if that was intentional for tonight. He better ball out tonight. If he playing bad tonight, Dan, man, they need to cut him. I'm saying Dan, Doug, they need to cut him.
He better not be doing any of these. Oh man, my bad. That's me.
No, you better not get outplayed by Damar Hamlin either. Oh my gosh, man. I was just upset. But this Jonnu thing, I'm glad you brought that up. I know what the package is, but because they want to use him on jet sweeps, they want to use him on bubble screens, they want to use him right up the seam, a quick hit, coming off of that wheel with some people. But there's only some teams you play that on. That's that system we ran last year. We still run the same system, but week one we didn't run a lot of it. We wanted to stretch that defense out in the shallows and stuff like that. Now, let me defend Mike McDaniel real quick though on the play calling last week. A lot of people, they were like, all these bubble screens and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you look at the defense they were in, you would have like trips on the right with two corners and a deep safety and a linebacker. That's bubble screen all day. Now, I'm not trying to get on Tua. The problem is the inconsistency with the passes behind the line of scrimmage.
No, you're 100% right.
He gets them there, but those are the ones you got to zip. Because the quicker it get there, the more lanes the runner sees, but it can't take a while to get there, and the pursuit comes, or it's too high, they got to come off their feet, or see. And I think that game technically is open. We just got to be a little bit more consistent. But to Tua's defense, there's a lot of time that edge rusher coming around, and you can't go straight. You got to get it over, or you got to hold it longer, which is not good either.
Yeah.
So it's like a catch-22. Like, what do you do in that situation? I guess this is why people say stop running it as much. It is what it is. But I just thought last week didn't tell me a lot. And for the first time, I'm not gonna have an overreaction. Like, we just need to be. We're not.
Very calm. I will say that.
It was week one. I'm telling you, Doug. When I saw in training camp Tua like making that effort to go through the progressions, and then I saw in the Jags game him actually doing it. And when McDaniel affirmed it too, it was like, what is there not to be calm about now? Because the upside that I said he never would have was only because they never would give him the chance. And now I'm seeing that chance. Who am I to say he won't get great at it? Now I got to sit back and watch him develop in it, and that's going to come with struggles. That's just fair to me. So he got the contract, so it allowed him more time, and thank you, McDaniel, for actually building the offense to actually be more progression-based. And I know people are like, he's been doing it, this and that. I think if we want to be fair about it, people know what I mean by doing it on a consistent basis and making a concerted effort. And I'm appreciative of it. So now I got a newfound hope, but he still got to arrive in that category.
Exactly.
Just because you're doing it doesn't mean you're great at it yet. So now it's a matter of, can he become great at it? And if he does, we got our quarterback. We already got our quarterback because he got the deal, but I think you know what I mean. We can feel we'll remove doubts. We'll remove doubts. And tonight is a game where, you know what I'm looking for? Do you stay the course? Or do you abandon it out of desperation and try to go back to, I'm telling you, and that's what I'm looking for, because I'm looking at total different things than other people in this regard. So we'll see. But how do you feel about what you saw with the offense being progression-based and Tua wanting that first read, that spot, but pulling it so many times? Like, he didn't fire it. Like, he might only have 6. Like, can you imagine a season where he only got 8 interceptions?
Oh,
that's beautiful. But
right?
in that game, he could have had 2. but he kept pulling it. I mean, one of them was dropped though. That was a scramble out. But I mean, that's what I'm looking for. How do you feel about what you're seeing from him?
Yeah, that touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill, it was his second read. He even wanted to throw it to Waddle, but then it looked like he thought to himself, "I have an extra second," because climbed. He did. They kept an extra blocker in. There was only 3 routes out there. He looked over at Waddle. He was like, "I got an extra second, and I know Tyreek is going to get open." And he made the. If he can get through those progressions, and because, like you said, it's not like he doesn't do it. It's just we need to do it consistently. Because the past 4 years, he's just I got to get it to him, and not going through the progressions enough that if he can do that now, and if he can get the time to do it, he's going to be dangerous, because his bread and butter is his accuracy and his touch. And if now he can now get through his progressions and find those next opens, it's going to be ridiculous. And like you were saying with the screens and the outs, there was the one to Devon Achane, which would have got a big chunk, but it didn't, because he had to float it over Austin Jackson.
Yeah.
And when I was looking at the film, I'm like, you got to just rocket it. But then when I saw when he was
that
open,
could be a Van Ginkel pick 6,
Yeah, he had to throw it in between the defenders and stuff. But it's another situation where, are they going to make that game plan? And I think you hit the nail on the head with, are they going to abandon? Because that seems to be last year when we were playing Buffalo in Buffalo, we were tit for tat. They'd score a touchdown, we'd score a touchdown. And then all of a sudden, Connor Williams goes down, Teron Armstead goes down, and then all of a sudden we took the game play and we threw it out the window. We were like, we're scrambling. And the game got away from us. Can't let it get away from you. Can't. And you got to, the other thing I noticed last week is, the play calls were coming in late, and we were snapping the ball with like 3 seconds left. You can't do many motions with 3 seconds left. They got to get that quicker. They got to get to the ball quicker.
Let me say this too. What needs to happen, because let's not act like McDaniel still ain't a young coach.
Yeah.
But what needs to happen, I think we need to just do a hurry up set and call a play set.
Yes.
And what I mean, like, the play is over. We ain't celebrating. Let's go. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Give them the formation. They get in the formation. Now we look at the defense and we kind of tell them what the play is, but we know they don't. But we don't do that. We literally, people be celebrating or something. The next thing you know, they waiting on the call, and then they in the huddle saying it, and they starting to head to the line of scrimmage with 9 seconds left. And you're lined up with 4. And now you got to read like it comes, you can't, and that's why I hate, and we take timeouts early in the game. You can't do that tonight versus Buffalo, playing that timeout game you want to.
No, because if we get the ball after the half, you need to score before half.
Exactly. Before we get out of here, because we don't have much time, we both got a lot of work to do tonight.
I get ready for the night.
I know. Give me your Josh Allen stat line.
I'm hoping we can limit him. Now, we're not going to shut him down. It's Josh Allen. The man is what? I wrote it down. He's 11-2 versus the Miami Dolphins.
11-3 tonight.
So, we're not going to shut him down. I'd like to see a few turnovers. Last time he played us, he threw what, 2, 3? He threw some stupid interceptions. I'd like to see some turnovers. I'd like to see Agba eat. I'd like to see Phillips eat. I like to see some safety blitzes. I could see it being like the last time we won, where he had 2 touchdowns. He threw a ton of yards, but never really got in the end zone. Just limit his running. If we can limit his running and all he's doing is throwing, I think we got this. But I don't think we're not gonna shut him down. So I'll say, give me like 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. But we still win.
That's still good, though, Doug. That's still good. How many rushing yards?
55.
I think we can survive as long as we keep him under 60.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Listen, I'm giving him 280, 2 touchdowns.
4.
I'm actually not giving him an interception. He was pretty clean on that. He fumbled,
though. That's because he was playing the Cardinals. He ain't playing the Dolphins.
And you know what, Doug? 2 interceptions. 2 interceptions. That bum. But yeah, and I think about 45 rushing yards, and I think we barely beat him in that regard. Yeah. Now, last, before we go, give me your Tua stat. I'll give you mine, and you give me yours. Tua stat line, 380.
Okay.
3 touchdowns. 1 fumble tonight.
Okay.
1 fumble tonight. Lost. And 22 rushing yards. I'm gonna go 22.
I was around there. I was thinking 350, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and I would say like 20 yards rushing. I think he scrambles here and there. I loved seeing him scramble last week. You saw he's got a little pep in his step. I was happy about that.
And last but not least, and we are gone, ladies and gentlemen, your score prediction.
I think this is going to be hard fought. I think in both of our live streams, people are going to lose their mind in the first half that we suck. This is it. Game's over. We suck. We're going to lose. We're going to lose.
I had faith, though. I believe.
I think the Dolphins win this one. And I think it is going to be a situation where we need a first down and then we kneel the ball out. So I'm going to say 26-20. Dolphins win because we get the first down. Because if we don't get that first down, we probably lose. So that's my prediction.
34-24 Miami.
I would love that. I just want to. I'll take any win. But
I'll take a 2-0.
Yeah,
I'll take a 2-0, but I want to win.
Them out, man. I would want you. This is the game. Give me another.
I want people to know.
Game.
I want people to know.
Give me another Denver Broncos game tonight. I want a 70 bomber on them.
Yeah.
Ain't happening.
That'll make it official.
Hey,
you never know, though, Doug. Because remember that Broncos game, we were missing some key players, weren't we?
Waddle wasn't playing.
Yeah, so Raheem most of it. We good, man. We good.
Man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Dudley DeRong, TD Fans Talk. We're about to go grind it out tonight. Y'all go enjoy the watch parties tonight. Doug has an excellent watch party. Make sure y'all check them out. Y'all already know I do mine as well. Listen, man, Dolphins fans all around the world, stand up. Bills fans in the chat, you finna lose. We don't like you. Oh, well, get over it, okay? Let's do it, Doug. We're gonna come back together next week and we're gonna be celebrating this W.
Yes,
all right,
sir. Yes,
let's
sir.
get it. Any last words for everybody?
Dan Mitchell gonna be crying Monday when me and you are getting on him. That's all I'm saying.
He already crying. Oh, just 17. This is a little bit. All right, y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all get ready for the night. It's going down. We'll see you soon. Peace. We are out.